First official full day of fall. We're looking at some patchy, dense fog. You can see it here. It's starting to improve just a little bit. Before we could barely make out the pillars here for our LAX camera, but our dense fog is still hovering and we still have at least a mile below visibility. All right, so let's take a look at our next weather now and later forecast where we have foggy conditions. Temperatures are in the low 60s. This is for LA and Orange County. By the afternoon, we're looking at these highs with the clouds clearing away with more sunshine in the mid 80s, so slightly above average. It's once you get away from the coast, this is where we're seeing much more of that heat picking up. So our next weather, what we're watching for, this fall warm up away from the coast continues. So yesterday we started to feel those temperatures go up by a few degrees. Today we're going to see a few more degrees on top of that. So some of the hottest temperatures for the week will be today and tomorrow. Then as we slowly head into the rest of the week, we start to see those temperatures gradually cool down. Let's talk about the sunrise time because we're waiting for the sun to come up. It's going to be just a little bit later this morning, 6:42. Sunset will be about 6:47. A month from now, our sunrise is much later, 7:06, and then our sunset gets a little bit shorter because we're starting to lose a little bit more daylight each day. So our sunset times will get a little bit earlier. And then by November 3rd, we fall back, meaning the end of daylight saving time. So the sunrise gets back up into the 6 a.m. hour, 6:33 to be exact. But you can see our sunset during November is much earlier. It's that time of year where we start to see the sunset around 4:45 at the end of November. All right, let's talk about our next weather visibility. As I mentioned, less than a mile for areas like LAX, and then we're starting to see more fog push back into the Oxnard area, less than a mile here, less than a mile for Camarillo, and then we're less than 2 miles for Carson, and then we're looking at the fog as far inland as Chino. As we head toward the rest of the morning, we will start to see the clouds clear out just a little bit faster in some spots, but our temperatures are going to still stay a little bit more comfy near the coast. And then you can see what we've been dealing with in September. So the start of the month for downtown LA, it was hot. And then the last week and a half, it's been cooler than normal. And with this gradual warm up, we're actually looking at temperatures slightly above average this afternoon. We're going to see much more sunshine for the second half of the day. And then for the Riverside area, no clouds here. And we're looking at temperatures topping out into the mid 90s by the afternoon. As I mentioned, we're going to see that slow cooling take place toward the end of the week, especially for our inland communities. And then by Sunday, a lot of our temperatures inland will begin to feel much cooler. It's going to feel more fall-like as temperatures get down to below average during this time, thanks to a low pressure system dropping in from the Pacific Northwest. That's going to help cool things down. Here's a look at our 7-day forecast. So 80s for LA and Orange County till Friday. It's this weekend we start to feel those fall-like conditions, temperatures dropping to the upper 70s.